Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edward Vaughan. I'm from the CAD Center. In this session, I'm going to show you how to do a presentation. So let's get started. Now, when you're doing your presentation, it's always a good idea to have a theme. Having a theme will make your presentation, it will make all the slides on your presentation look very similar. So I'm going to start off by using my theme, so please watch very carefully. So I'm going to File, then I'm going to New, then I'm going to choose Themes. Now when I choose the themes, right. Now when I choose the themes, I have options to choose any color I like, any style I like, and I'm going to choose wave or form. When I choose my theme, I'm going to press Create. Right. So this is my theme page, and this means all of my slides will look like this. Okay? So that is the purpose of doing a theme. I'm going to call this presentation Teaching Support. Then I'll put underneath the name of my school. I will call my school Mayday Primary. Right. Now that's my first slide. This slide I'm going to have five slides giving me information about teaching support. So I'm going to add another slide. All I have to do is choose New Slide, and here I can choose my layout. I can choose any of these layouts. So for my next slide, I'm going to choose Title and Contents. And in the second slide, I'll call this slide Introduction. And then in here, I'm going to give information about what is teaching support. So I'm going to say teaching support is about working with a school the curriculum I don't think I know how to spell curriculum. I'm sure that's how it spells, but please forgive me if I'm incorrect. So the school, the curriculum, the teacher, and last but not least, the students. It is a very important aspect of education, as it mainly finds the students who need extra support. So that is my introduction. Right, now my next page, I'm going to call it let's see, let me think. So that's my intro page, yeah, the introduction. I'm going to make another page with a different layout. So I'm going to slides and pressing on the arrow. Please look very carefully, and also notes in your book. You can do a new slide by pressing Control M, right? It says right there. Right, so I'm going to my new slide. In this slide, I'm going to have a picture with a caption. So I'm pressing on this one now. So in here I have the option to have a picture, have my title, and have my text. So in this case, I'm going to use a picture of myself, hoping I have one on my PC. So it says here, click icon to add picture. So this is the icon, so I'll click. Right, so I'm going to go on my drive and try to find myself a picture of myself. Oh, there we are. No, I don't. Yeah, let me use that one. No, I don't have those. Let me have a look again. It seems as if we have no choice. We'd have to use those ugly ones. So let's go back. I'll use that one there. Use this one. Right, so that's me there. I'll have my title in here. My title will be teaching assistant. In here, I will speak about my roles. My roles as a teaching assistant. Alright, so my first role is, let me just make some space, right, is to work with special education needs students. Our next task, our next role is to give feedback to the teacher on the students, and my next role is to do group sessions with selected students, right? There. Right. So that is me telling you my role as a teaching assistant. Right. Now I'm going to do another slide, and in this slide I'm going to compare. So I'm going to choose this layout. Please watch very carefully. I'm going to choose comparison, and in this slide I'm going to compare a teacher versus your right teaching assistant. Right. Here I'm going to say what teachers do, and sorry, so what teachers do, and here I'm going to say what TAs do. There we go. So I'm going to do 3 things that teachers do, and then that will also show. Then I'll also sorry. Then I will also show 3 things that TAs do. Right. So first of all, teachers they teach the main lesson, of course. They plan the classroom setting, and how the lessons are taught. And they are accountable on they have to give accounts. They have to give accounts of the progress of every student. Right, now for the TAs now, the TAs prepare the classroom or the lesson they assist the students in the lesson, and this could also involve sitting on the carpet. Yeah, I know that some schools like their teachers, like their TAs, to sit on the carpet with the children or with the students based upon their age group. So they assist the students in the lesson by trying to simply simplify concepts, and also they monitor students' progress and give feedback to the teacher. I am fully aware that TAs have other roles which involve doing playground duties, assisting the teachers when they go on trips, doing afternoon clubs, after school clubs. But these are just a few things. So I'm fully aware of the roles of a teaching assistant. Right. So this is my chart or my table showing the teacher versus the teaching assistant. Right. So here I have 3 slides. I'm going to build one more slide. So I'm going to call this one. I'm going to use my title and content layouts. So I'm choosing title and content here, and I'm going to call this one conclusion. In here I'm going to say teaching support is a very important field of work. And if you are a caring patient and understanding person, then this field is for you. Right, so this is my presentation in PowerPoint. So these are all my slides. I'm not going to make any more. Right, so my next task, I'm going to show you how to do a slide transition to make my presentation more interesting, more intriguing. Yeah? So I'm going to my first slide, and then I'm going to choose transition, and then I'm going to choose push. Right, now I want my slides to move automatically, so I'm going to untick, so please watch very carefully. I'm going to advance slides, and I'm unchecking the on mouse click button. So I'm pressing on this arrow and it's gone, and then I'm going to press on after and say I want it to go after, I'll put it after 8 seconds. So after 8 seconds each of my slides will move, and then I'm going to choose apply to all. This will apply this effect to all my slides. Okay? Right, so now if I press F5 to preview, you can see that my slide is working. Right, so that's how you would do that. So that's finished. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to add some animations onto some of my slides. I'm going to add animations to just 2 slides, just to demonstrate in this lesson. But please feel free to do some more practice when you've understood how to do this presentation. So I'm going to choose on my tab animation. And then I'm going to press on my first text box, which is the box I've typed teaching support, and then I'm going to choose add animation. So please watch very carefully. I'm pressing on add animation, and then I want that word teaching support, I want it to fly in like a bird. Right. Then I want Mayday. I would like Mayday to fade in. So I'm going to choose animation there, and I want that to fade in like that. So I'm going to choose down here with previous, and what will happen now, you see that my teaching supports and Mayday will all do an effect, will do some kind of effect. So let me just have a quick look and see what happens. So I'm going to choose preview. There you can see that was a bit quick, so we can always adjust those afterwards, but the main thing is you understand that to do an animation, you have to select the box first and choose an option. So I'm changing my flying to fade. I can do other things here. I can change this one to white maybe. Yeah. Alright, so I can just do whatever I want really. If you already have text on your screen, you can just press on the box and choose any of these effects. Alright. So that is what I did with those two, and you'll notice the numbers. These numbers show the order in which the animation will happen. Alright. Okay, now I'll go to slide 2. I'm going to press on my first one, introduction. I'm going to choose wheel, and then for my teaching support area, I'm going to choose I'll choose fly in. There we are. I like that. Right. So as you can see, it's quite easy. It's very simple. But all you just have to practice, right? Because as they say, practice makes perfect. For slide 3, I could press on my face. I could choose shape. Oh, that's nice. Then I can press on my other text box. I'll choose fade in there. And for this text box, I can choose a wipe. I'll choose a wipe. Right. I won't be doing any more, but this will give you some idea of how it works, okay? So please feel free to experiment and practice, okay? So that's my animations. We've done transitions. Showed you how to do the theme. What else can I show you? Right. The last thing I'm going to be showing you is how to do sound on your presentation. Now, to do sound on your presentation, you have to go to Insert and then choose Audio, and then choose an audio from File or from Clip Art or any other any other audio file. You could even do a voice recording of yourself, and as you go through each slide, you could be explaining each point, each section of your slide. That would make your presentation much more intriguing, much more interesting, much more interactive. But for this case, I'm just going to press on audio and choose audio from file. So I'll try to find some file on my system. Oh, there we are, I found one. I'll choose one of my favorite ones here. Then I press insert. Now when your audio file appears, you need to watch this very carefully. Right. Now your next step is you need to press on your file and then choose playback. Okay, you need to press playback first, and then on the menu, when you press playback, you can then choose these options. Now, if you want to play across all slides, you press play across slides, and then you need to hide the image of the sound. So you can just do that by pressing on hide during show. So when you see the slideshow, this image will not be seen. Okay. So I'm going to press on hide. Hide during show, and then I think I will leave it as that. So now we're going to view our presentation for one last time and see what happens. So now I'm going to press F5 and let's see what happens. Yeah, my audio is working and my slides are moving. Well, I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you understand now how to do a proper presentation. Thank you for your time, and have a good day. My name is Edward Vaughan, and I'm from the CAD Center. Take care now. Bye bye.